Hey YouTubers, Captain Kenny here. Smokehouse barbecue. We're not cooking on the smoker right now, but we're in the kitchen cooking some cookies. Fixing to whip these out. It's going to make like 5 cookie sheets full. It's like a big batch. I'll stay tuned. 3½ cups of sugar, cup of brown sugar, cup of white sugar, tablespoon of vanilla, teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. A cup of Crisco, which is just one of these bars. It's going to be about a cup of walnuts, half of this, which is a bag, and a half of these morsels down here. And we'll mix it up in the mixer there. I had that thing for almost 6 or 7 years before I actually got it out of the box. Now I wear it out. It's one of my favorite toys. I'll just put the butter in. Butter and the sugar. This is room temperature. You could also use just a cup of Crisco. I know everyone says that's gross, but I've used butter on this recipe, and makes the cookies come out greasy. This turns out perfect just like this. What we're going to need is a couple tablespoons of water, but that goes in very last. So put this in here and just put it on low. And we'll add the sugar. Cup of white, cup of brown. Pretty simple. Cup of shortening. 1, 1, and 1. We're going to let that get creamed up. 2 eggs. You know, that's what it's like doing recipes from memory. You only remember it as you go along the recipe, and as you go through the steps, you'll get the ingredients. But I've been making this for 15 years at least. So we've got the cup of sugar, cup of brown sugar, cup of shortening, 2 eggs, and the vanilla in there. Oh, nope, we don't have the vanilla in there. Now we have the vanilla in there. Now we're going to start incorporating the flour. Do it slowly. If you do it all at one time, it will more than likely just come out like a dry clump. And you don't want to beat it so much you beat the gluten out of the flour. I don't know if that's possible, but I tell my wife to quit beating the gluten out of the mashed potatoes all the time. Dear, you beat the gluten out of these. Kind of makes them sticky or something. That's why I'm the cook. A little flour left. We'll put the baking powder in with this last bit of flour. Stop that right there. And I'm going to get a little bit of water. You don't want it real sticky, but you do want it moist enough to, now we're going to put half this bag of chocolate chips in there. Maybe. The reason we're putting half the bags because I'm going to make a second batch. Okay. Now we're going to put half the walnuts in here. Eyeball that. It's not real critical. It looks like about half. And these are big old walnuts. I toasted these in the oven last night at about 400 degrees for about 6 or 7 minutes. Here's where you want to kind of watch it. Breaking them walnuts. Put the lock on this because I don't want to jump out. probably about 2.5 tablespoons. Well, that looks like about right. Okay guys, we will get the spatula out. Talk about lazy. It was right there. Okay. Now you can put them on parchment paper on the cookie sheets, but that is really not necessary because these cookies really don't stick. We're not going to clean that because we're going to use that for batch 2. You know, I'm thinking that that's a dirty cookie sheet, but no, it's what they call a seasoned cookie sheet. It does have some little flakes on it, but that's from roasting walnuts. That's not going to hurt. I still think them are too big. Putting up my tools. You know that? Now that kind of makes me mad because I know I've got a second one that's smaller. There it is. See how much smaller this one is? That one's too buku. So she's going back in there. That's more like it. If I would have used that other scoop, it would have just made a cookie cake out of it. Got the oven preheated, 350 degrees. These are going to bake for about 12 minutes. Cooking times may vary because everyone's ovens are a little bit different. They ain't all got to be perfect, but it does help to kind of push up any loose ends around them. Okay. What do y'all think? See, this doesn't stick to your hands really. It's barely dry. Got a little flour on the hands. I don't really care to wear gloves when I cook. All the years I've been cooking, knock on wood, no one's ever got sick from my cooking. Now, I've had some cooks that failed, did some cobblers year before last at the deer lease, and I decided to heat it up right next to the pretty good. Tried to heat the cobbler up right next to the fire and set it next to the fire. Someone put a bunch of lighter pine on it. Well, that lighter pine actually put that smoke flavor into the cobbler, and if anyone smelled lighter pine, it's pretty daggone strong. Well, it made the cobbler kind of taste like a lighter fluid. Ruined it. Okay, we got the first batch in the oven, and we're going to prep another pan. I usually keep 3 pans running when I'm doing these cookies because that way I'll pull that one out, stick one of these in, and while that one's cooling I just took out, the other one's cooking. So about, I don't know, 5-6 minutes in, usually you can remove the cookies off the sheet and the sheet has cooled down and you can reload it. So you can just keep 3 sheets running the whole time. Once I'm down to the last 2 sheets, I'm going to make the second batch. Perfect. They'll stay tuned. Just went off. This is the first batch. Ooh, don't they look good? I think they can go just a little bit more because sometimes this oven is kind of cold. Even though it warmed up, probably about the second or third batch before it actually starts getting them done at 12 minutes. But every oven is going to be a little different. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, have ignition. We have liftoff. I believe those are done. See how they don't spread out real far? Perfect. What do y'all think about that? They've only been out of the oven a couple minutes, but see, they don't stick bad. Just a little bit. See, they're soft. Some good stuff. Wait to try. A few more minutes as they cool down. It is that time. Got to spatula everything else a little bit. Not really thick, so. Back up, I'll accept that one right there. Big reveal. Walnuts, milk chocolate. That's a good cookie. Like I said, I'll get 5 trays of these, and I'm making a double batch today, so I have 10 trays. I'm gonna have a lot of cookies. I'm gonna give half of them away. I'm not gonna eat them all, but I can. Load it back up. Chef ice cream scoop. Best ice cream scoop I've had for cookies ever. And this is my 4th one since I started cooking away from home. You know, it's been a long time ago. My early 20s and got married a couple times. But you know, what they say. You gotta get that first one out of the way. Pretty happy with this one. He does exactly what I told him. No. I have understanding. I only have 2 rules in this house. Rule number 1, the captain's always right. Rule number 2, if the captain's wrong, see rule number 1. Simple, 2 rules. And she knows it, so that's why we're a match made in heaven. Okay, this batch here also took 14 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for 14 minutes this time. Guess the oven's just running a little bit light today. As it gets warmed up on the 5th batch, it'll knock them out 12 minutes. Okay. That's 5 cookie sheets full. I'm just going to start the second batch. Eggs, tablespoon of vanilla, cup of white sugar, cup of brown sugar. Nice creamy consistency there. This is 3½ cups of flour. Don't add it all at one time. Let it incorporate. Okay, that's all of it. A little bit of water. Okay, we're going to add our walnuts and our chocolate morsels. Stop the mixer because it's it'll throw them out. So you really have to control these. See how high it made it? I think I'm gonna add a little more water. If I add more water, it will allow those cookies to flow out just a little bit more than they are. They're a little puffy, but you know what? I never hear anyone complain about it. Okay. But you know what? I can still lick this spatula just like I lick my fingers. I wouldn't use my fingers if I was cooking for someone else, but when I cook with myself, let me rephrase that. When I cook for just me, and it's just the dogs, what does it really matter? You know what they say? That's a saying in life. What does it really matter sometimes? That's the fourth tray. The fifth tray is in there, and this is a new batch. So we're halfway done almost. Once those are done in the oven, that'll be 60 cookies, minus 3 tasters. Just had to make sure that that recipe was just right. See, this little scoop makes it just so nice, and it works well. It doesn't gum up. I can do this entire double batch and never have to go clean it. Some of the other ones I've had in the past, after 10 or so, you got to jack with them because they quit working. This is the best one I've ever had. This is the last one you'll ever buy. Pampered Chef scoop. I bought both sizes, but I seldom ever even use the other side. That one there gets a workout. Okay. We're good to go. That's 60 cookies. Maybe only 55. How those look. Simple mama's recipe. Put that extra tablespoon and a half of water in there, and look at the difference. These look like they flowed out a lot more. That's one. See how they look? These are flatter, definitely flatter. That's a tablespoon and a half more water made that much difference. It flowed more out. Or there's a cooking term for that. I think it's called delicious. Y'all stay tuned. We're halfway through this bake. Watching this that are OCD, this probably drives you nuts. I think we'll get more than 12 on here. What do you think about that? They'll probably run together. A little bit stickier. Oops, I didn't hear it buzz. They got a little crispy. Oh well. I'm gonna make one large bag for my stepson for his birthday, which is Tuesday. and a smaller bag for my mom. Alright, this is the last of them. 120 cookies. These last four, the last ones I just brought out, they're hot. See how nice squishy they are. So what we've got is we've got these here, and we got all these. We've got 2 big pails full, a quart bag, and a gallon bag. So we're good to go. They all turned out great. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. I'll put the recipe down below, and it's pretty simple though, but it does make a lot of cookies. Like I said, this is a double batch, 120 cookies. Y'all give it a try. I said, until next time, it's Captain Kenny, Smokehouse Barbecue. We finished up those cookies. They turned out fantastic. 120 of them. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you later.